A man, calm and composed, learns that his daughter has been kidnapped. In a brief window, she must drop the phone and loudly describe every detail she can see about the captors: hair, eye color, height, scars, any distinctive feature. The man listens intently, hearing the footsteps of the kidnappers as they enter the room. He continues to guide his daughter, advising her to observe their language and appearance carefully. With determination, she moves the phone closer, ensuring her father can hear the conversation clearly. As the kidnappers' steps move away, the daughter thinks they've gone. Suddenly, a heart-wrenching scream pierces the air, and the man's face remains emotionless. This isn't a moment of submission, it's a calculated response, the mark of a top-tier agent. The man's training in high-stakes situations kicks in. He's not compromising, he's strategically planning his next move. Unbeknownst to the kidnappers, they've made a grave mistake by underestimating him. This calm, calculating response is the very thing that will ultimately lead to their downfall. The kidnappers are in Albania, a country rife with arms trafficking and instability, making it a hotspot for human trafficking. After the fall of the Soviet Union, her daughter, a young woman of 18, had ventured into dangerous territories against her mother's advice. He moves swiftly. He orders his ex-wife's associate, a bald man, to arrange a flight to Paris. Once airborne, he listens to the recorded message from the kidnappers repeatedly, familiarizing himself with their voices. Arriving at the location, the man uses unconventional methods to break into the room where his daughter was last held. The scene is chaotic. As he investigates, he carefully follows the trail, which leads him to a broken glass shard. There he discovers a clue. On the floor, a memory card. He uncovers an image of his daughter. Behind her, a stranger's face is partially visible. The man zooms in on the face, confirming his suspicion, a crucial lead in his quest to track down his daughter and bring the kidnappers to justice. A handsome man specializes in tries to flee but is pursued in a car. The agent is determined to catch him, but before the agent can catch him, the young man jumps off a bridge, severing the only lead. Though retired, the agent has useful connections. He reaches out to an old friend at the Paris Security Bureau, now a deputy director. His friend warns him about the human trafficking rings in Paris's red light district, which have grown into a massive operation with thousands of victims. He advises the agent to be careful, but the agent is determined to do whatever it takes to save his daughter, even if it means causing chaos in Paris. The agent enters the red light district. He pressures a young girl, forcing her boss to appear. Using a rough tactic, he plants a bug on the boss, learning the location of a key trafficker base. The agent infiltrates the base disguised as a customer. Inside, he finds girls who are drugged and controlled, their arms marked with needle scars. He spots a denim jacket similar to the one his daughter wore when she left for overseas. Rushing toward it, he realizes the girl isn't his daughter. The girl, barely conscious, is unresponsive. The agent decides to take her, but escaping proves difficult. Gunshots alert the traffickers, but he manages to get the girl into his car and escape. At a familiar hotel, he injects her with an antidote. Having killed 7, wounded 3, and destroyed a building in his escape, the agent is now a target. Police are dispatched to capture him. However, as a seasoned agent, he won't be easy to catch. Hours later, the girl tells him she was also a victim, and she recalls the location of the traffickers' hideout. Realizing the traffickers have infiltrated the authorities, the agent threatens to expose them, forcing one of the traffickers to lead him to their leader's room. This is the most intense part of the hurricane camp's bloodshed. A defenseless agent took down a group of criminals single-handedly. He first disguised himself as a high-ranking government official collecting protection money. He sat calmly with the criminals, sipping their coffee, and told them their every move was being monitored by satellites 24/7. The criminals reluctantly handed over the money. Before leaving, the agent gave them a note with 4 words written in Alson who had kidnapped his daughter. He quickly assessed the situation and prepared to act. When the enemies arrived, the man with the beard tried to draw his gun, but the agent was faster. His colleague, wielding a knife, made sure no one could strike at once. The agent used his gun to take down the criminals, one by one. As he moved outside, using the building's blind spots, he ambushed those chasing him, using a Mosin Nagant rifle. However, the agent did not find his daughter, but instead found her friend's lifeless body. As for the traffickers, the agent tortured the bearded man, inserting iron nails into his legs, unable to criminal industry. The agent threatened the wealthy trafficker overseeing the sale, forcing him to cooperate to save his own life. After knocking the trafficker sold, the agent took swift action, eliminating anyone in his path. Finally, he learned his daughter was on a ship at a dock. Without hesitation, the agent boarded the ship, eliminating the bodyguards and rescuing his daughter, completing his mission with unwavering determination.